feel like I'm in the background, and it's just like nobody except for me and my brother who like are there.
Yeah, and you get that a lot. I mean, you get that. I felt the same way you did, because I mean, and being a young person and being saved, sometimes you feel like you by yourself.
Right.
Because other young people, it's like it goes back to peer pressure. Because I want to, okay, my friends is doing this, so I want to get called in that, and it's easy to get drawn to that.
Right.
It is so easy to get drawn to that. But what I will say to you is, you know what, keep going. Don't get out. Don't be like, ain't nobody my age. No, keep going. And then what I encourage you to do every chance you get, talk to other young people. Hey, come on and join the choir. Hey, come on. I mean, it's a good thing, Word of mouth works a lot. And sometimes as young people, we don't push it. Well, like I said, we complain about stuff, but then when somebody say, okay, young people, get out there and do it, do we do it? No. And then we wonder why we don't have young people. Because, because really, when it comes to youth ministry, you guys have to be the one to push it. At whatever church you go, you guys are Robinson Memorial, right?
Yeah.
So when you want more young people at Robinson Memorial, encourage your friends to come on out. Come. I even watched it at my church. And because my young people were saying it for a while. I mean, we don't have too many right now because a lot of my young people that I work with they're grown and in college. So we're kind of in the transitional mode just like every other church is. But one of the big things I always push with them when I did have them there, I'm like, you guys have to do word of mouth. Because really, to be honest with you, a young person will listen to you guys more than listen to somebody my age.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I know how to get out there with the best of them. I know how to play a little basketball. I might need little pain pills, but I know how to get out there and play a little basketball because I've done it. I'm not, like I said, I'm 48, but I work with preschoolers, so of course I got to get out there and run around all day. So I'm used to that. But, I will say, you know what, I would say keep going. I wouldn't let that stop you, because in the long run, that'll pay off. Because I was in your boat, and I did that. And now the opportunities, the doors that God has opened for me, I would never believe some of the doors God has opened for me to do anything if I didn't stay in if I didn't stay in church. If I didn't stay in the choir, I didn't stay active in church. I didn't just go to church and sit. My mom and my shepherdess had us busy. We were in the choir. Whatever they did, we were there. And I mean, at first it was boring, but in the long run, as you get older, all those teachings and stuff that you hear, it'll be the best thing that ever happened to you. You'll be like, you know what? Thank God I didn't go that way. I even look at it now. I got friends that are strung out on drugs and stuff, and I say to myself, you know what, God, I thank you. I didn't get strung out like that.
Right.
Because, my mom was strict. She didn't play no games. She kind of like your grandma. She didn't play. Woo, shepherdess did not play with us. I'll just tell you this way. I didn't date till I was 18.
Same.
Plain simple.
I can't even.
Yeah. Shepherdess was the same way. Your education is important right now. No girlfriends. And she meant that too. Right. No girlfriends, no boyfriends, nothing. She said, your girlfriend and boyfriend is that book. Get your I'm serious, y'all. I mean, kind of like your grandma. She didn't play that. No.
Right.
I don't want your distraction from nothing. Now, like I said, I didn't really start dating until I was about a senior in high school. That's when I could really start dating and doing stuff like that. Other than that, she wasn't having that. But I thank God for that because now, even during that time, I don't get caught up on a lot of stuff. I'm sorry, I seen your hand. What's up, man?
I'm a senior in high school and I'm going to transition and I'll have tears in my eyes. And that's really hard for me. Wait a minute,
say it again. You're a senior in high school. Say it again. Let me so I can hear what you're saying.
Senior in high school and I'll go to transition next year.
Transition.
Yeah, like he's in a program for like kids with special needs and they'll transition to like college.
Oh, okay. So it's like a college prep program?
Yeah.
Okay, we have those in Des Moines. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So why would you have tears in your eyes, I guess would be the question.
Because I have to leave school that early May.
Yeah.
Is it, can I ask, is it scared? Are you scared because maybe it's a different environment from what you're used to?
Yes.
And that's normal. That's normal. I mean, that's a normal thing, And what I would say to you is, I would say, glean all that you can there and take what you got in school now, and then let that help you to the next level where you're going. Okay? I wouldn't let that scare you. I would take what I learned. Okay, thank you. Take what you learn and then take it with you wherever you go. I mean, I get nervous sometimes. I ain't gonna say sometimes I do get nervous. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I do. I get nervous when I get up and talk in front of people. I mean, when I first start, it might seem like I don't know, but as I get comfortable, I can do it.
Right.
You know, like in high school, I was a terrible test taker. I ain't gonna lie, I was. I mean, I can study, sit there and look at that piece of paper. Everything that was there, gone. I mean, that's just how I was. I ain't gonna lie, that's just how I was. I had to really like, okay, God, you got to help me retain. Or if I got to sit and do an oral test, you know, I get nervous. I do. That's just something that I did. And I mean, and that's normal. You know, don't make that feel like it's not a normal thing. It is a normal thing. But what I will say to you is before you go, like I said, I'm sure grandma's taught y'all about prayer, pray. You know, keep prayer, read your Bible, do those things that you need to do for Lord and put it in God's hands and you just go. Because yes, it's a different environment. Yes, these people are not used to you the way the other people are. But if you hold on and do what you need to do, you'll make it. Did that answer your question? Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have another question? Do you have something else you want to share, or?
There's something else I want to share.
Okay. We got about 5 minutes, so go ahead.
The reason why I wasn't ready to graduate to finish high school yet is because I love going to school.
And that's okay. That's good. I mean, listen, education is a big thing. I mean, the fact that you love education, that's a good thing. Because there's a whole lot of people, when they get to be a senior in high school, they're like, I'm ready to get through. I don't want to be bothered with no more school.
Right.
But nowadays, nowadays, education is a big thing. You need it. You know what? I go to school. I'm in college.
When you were senior in high school, were you done with high school?
Not necessarily, because where I went to school in Des Moines, I'm from Des Moines. So where I went to school in Des Moines, it was a good school. But you know what? I guess it wasn't born for me because I kept myself active. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing even in church. Get active in your church. Even though you're young people, just say, hey, find me something. I'll go sometime. When I was a young kid in church, I say, find me something to do. Mm-hmm. You know, because otherwise I'm going to get bored. And youth ministry is so important. And listen, if you have ideas to boost your youth ministry, whoever your youth leader is, go to them and tell them. Don't sit there and hold back on it. Because if you want, listen, that's the only way your youth ministry is going to be effective. It's not going to be effective if young people sit in church and, you know, and we can't do this and we can't do that. And listen, if you have ideas, go to them. I mean, seriously, go to them. Go to whoever your youth person is at the church and say, hey, I got this idea. All they can say is yes or no. You know, I tell my young people the same thing. I'm like, if you don't say nothing, a closed mouth don't get fed. I'm sure y'all heard that before. You know, in other words, if you want to do young people things, then you got to say young people. And then when you guys have activities at the church, let me say this to young people, you come out. Don't be like, okay, I got this, and I got this, and then we want to complain that there's stuff not going on. Because there is stuff going on. You guys just need to come. Right. You know, get there. I mean, even if you get there and it's not up to par, maybe the next time say, hey, I got some ideas. Can we do this to boost it up? Because listen, like I said, that's how that's going to get effective. That's how that's going to be accelerating. And then, like I said, reach out to other young people. You see young people out in your community, you know, don't go to nobody's church. Hey, invite them over. Come on. You know, and maybe by you being the senior one, maybe you have to be the one to lead, be the kind of like the youth leader and say, hey, you know, we can do this. We can do this. Sit down, you know, read a few scriptures, talk about the Bible, you know, because I mean, you'll be amazed what happens. I watch it, even in my church in Des Moines, when I had my young people there, I watch them take ownership and stuff. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll be trying to do this. They be like, no, come on, we got it. And they do it too. I ain't got to worry about it. They do it. You know. Because like I said, I mean, and because that goes under where? Anywhere. Youth ministry can happen anywhere. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe right now there is no youth coming in there. You know, get out, do word of mouth. You know, get some flyers made up to go to your youth leader and say, hey, I got some flyers I want to give out for my youth ministry. You know, about the youth ministry at the church and see if we can boost some other young people. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, word of mouth is the biggest one. You know, piece of papers is wonderful, but you know how some people do. They'll look at the paper, throw it in the garbage. Mm-hmm. But word of mouth all the time, even in your neighborhood, you know, you see little kids out there running around or teenagers in your school, you know, encourage them to come to church. If they got a church already, that's fine. But I mean, I'm sure in any of these high schools, everybody don't go to church. Mm-hmm. There's somebody you can reach out to. Okay, if it ain't nothing but just one person, that's the best thing that could ever happen.
Right.
So let me check our time, make sure. Okay, where we at? Okay, we got 4 minutes. Okay, all right. Why? I mean, we really basically talked on why we need youth ministry, because you all deal with so much. I mean, it seems like it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And listen, the only person that can help us is God. I mean, it's plain and simple. The only person that can help us is God. And I mean, if we want to stop the drugs, I mean, when I was coming up, that's what kept me off the streets. You know, I thank God for my youth leader. She had stuff for us all the time. We had a youth choir. We had, you know, we went places. Sometimes after church, she'll just take us to McDonald's.
That's a relief.
Huh?
That's a relief.
Okay, what?
About what you said.
Yeah, we had a youth choir. We did all kind of stuff. You know, that's kind of my desire. Now, I would like to get something like that started. Now, I don't think it'll be something as big as Youth for Christ, but it'd be nice to have a youth choir.
That's a relief.
You know, have a state youth choir. Kids that want to come, and maybe one night the state youth choir sings at a state meeting or something like that. Are we done? Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. Okay. But I mean, youth ministry can happen anywhere. You know, it don't necessarily have to happen in church. You know. I'm hoping later this year you all will probably be hearing about it. Where I want to do a state youth fellowship. You know, I mean, my idea is for us we just go bowling. You know, get all the young people together and we just have fun.
Right.
You know, 'cause I mean, we can do all I see your hand. I ain't ignoring you. I do see your hand. You know, it's just the fact that you know, just do some fun stuff. You know, sometimes people think all we supposed to do is come to church and hear the word. That's beautiful. But sometimes do some fun stuff. Go bowling. Go roller skating. Do something. So open something. Yes.
Like listen to music.
Huh?
Listen to music.
Well, I mean, while you at skating and stuff, put some good gospel music on. You know, and and listen, they got some good contemporary music that's clean, and they ain't talk about girls this and
Right.
4-letter words every 5 minutes. I mean, you know what I mean? You know,
Right.
good contemporary, good church music. They got a little bump to it, long they ain't dropping it like it's hot.
Right.
You know, we can have fun. You know, yes.
I have a question.
See.
What is the word like what a relief?
Huh?
What a relief.
What a relief is just like, you know, it's a relaxing thing. You know, just a relaxing thing. Okay, we got 2 minutes. Okay, and I'm not gonna be touch on all this today. And I gotta, hopefully I'll have them have the thing. I got a little PowerPoint then, but I kind of like it. I like dialogue. That's just me. Yeah, I got papers and all that, but I like to dialogue off of stuff too. And like I said, we talked about it a lot. You know, why we need it. And, you know, and the purpose of this, too, is that even in your churches, you can break the Bible down to help young people, you know. So, you know, it don't have to be using all them big words that the preachers use in the pulpit. Right. You can break it down to young people stuff. Now, I mean, they got children's Bibles and things like that to help them along the way. So that's just a portion of it. We'll be back here again tomorrow, 6:30.